My name is Nathan, and welcome to the Prive International, the IteraCare presentation. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. Now, let me start with the disclaimer. This is a certified household electrical equipment. Again, this is not a medical device. We're not under the medical FDA, all right? So we can market this easier and, send this to all over the world. So it's just easy as that. And again, if you have any concern about your medical issues, you got to go back to your doctor. All right. I'm not a healthcare professional here. I am a speaker. I am a marketer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a researcher. And I do what I have to do for me also to understand the science behind the IteraCare. Now, if you're here for the very first time, give me a thumbs up. And if you're here many, many, many times, give me a wave of hands. All right, good evening. It's cold here in Tagaytay, Philippines. It's been raining. Oh my gosh. It's raining and raining and raining. It's good when there's rain because rain is a blessing. All right. Few months ago it was sunny and hot. Now it's rainy season in the Philippines and we're entering the Burr months. Oh, can you believe it? Burr months is coming. It's like in few weeks time, and soon enough it'll be December and New Year will come. Time just flies so fast. And my question is, are you giving your best? Are you living every moment the best you could? Because time just flies fast. All right. So I encourage you before I go to my presentation, live at your best. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every time. All right. And for me, I'm grateful that you, my partners, are here. I'm grateful for our guest. Grateful for the new life, this new day. I'm always grateful for life. All right. So life is amazing. Okay. This is the world's most advanced Terahertz quantum light wave therapy device today. All right. We have the classic, the premium device, and the pro device. This is under the Prive International, which I'm going to talk to you later, a little bit about the company later on. And we call this revolutionary because this is a game changer. All right. People are giving me wonderful reports and testimonies and results. People are saying, Nathan, this device is truly unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, every day I've read a lot of good testimonies. I mean, there was one testimony I almost cried because this lady was like almost giving up, all right, her life. And thank God for IteraCare. It saved her life every day. It's a wonderful thing to read and learn and all these wonderful testimonies. It gives you strength. So I'm sure you have a wonderful testimony too, right? So if you can send that to us, we'll be happy to hear your wonderful testimony. This is my beautiful wife. All right. This is the world's best. So when you say, Terahertz, you say IteraCare. Like when you say, toothpaste, you say Colgate, right? Here, when we talk about frequency device, Terahertz quantum therapy device, we always say IteraCare. That's the brand's name. So don't forget that because it's whipping the world crazy. All right. According to the quantum model of reality, this is Dr. Joe Dispenza together with scientists and doctors. He said we could say that that's the word there, all. It's not some. All these eases from the word dis-ease. So when you're not feeling at ease, you are in dis-ease. It is a lowering of frequency. Wow, as simple as that. Dis-ease is a lowering of frequency, lowering of energy in the body. And yes, that's the bottom line there. So you can activate your energy, you can pump it up again, all right, using a powerful device. And Hippocrates said that natural healing force within us, there is a natural healing force within you, within my body, all right? And that is the greatest force in getting well. Wow, if you understand that, that's mind-blowing, So it's not about just the pills and all this stuff that we put in our body. It is what's already available inside. And he didn't mention about chemicals. He mentioned about force. Force. Natural forces within us are the true healers of disease. Bruce Lipton said, every cell in our body is a battery. We are made of mini batteries. That's why they're called cells, because they are batteries. And the question is your cells, your batteries charged? Because if cells are weak and they're sick, we have a sick body. If cells are charged and optimized, we have a healthy physical body. And Mimit, a medical doctor, said this. Oh my gosh, a medical doctor saw this. He said, the next big frontier in medicine is energy medicine. Wow, he's aligned to the great scientist Albert Einstein. Mehmet Oz, a medical doctor, said that energy medicine is the future. It's the future. And the good news is we're already at the foot of the mountain. Yeah, we're still, we're still really refining, fine-tuning this kind of technology, this new frontier of healing the body. But guys, we are already here. Okay? In fact, there is a secret healing system in our body that no one is talking about. The media talks about syringe and vaccines and pills and all of that. Well, fine. Yep. They talk about all different sorts of medicines. All right. But you know what? Before all these modern medicines and syringe and all that were taking the pills, there was no pills thousands years ago. And in fact, this secret healing system within us is suppressed. You agree with me? People, on top, they're suppressed because, again, you have to understand it's agenda, it's business. But today we are conscious. Our consciousness is getting higher and higher. It's no longer a secret. We begin to understand that we are made of mini batteries. We begin to understand that we are energy beings. Our consciousness is getting deeper and higher and higher. And now it's no longer a secret. We understand that secret must be revealed. So we begin to align ourselves back to the original. Wow, that's the word there. The original way of healing the body. In fact, ancient people, they born, they aged, and they die. Today, we're born, we age, one is added, we get sick, really sick, and everybody dies because of disease. Oh, what's the difference? The ancient time, there was no medicine. There was no modern technology. All they know are plants, nature, energy, all these rituals that they're doing. But they don't have any sickness. They simply sleep. Today, you can hardly hear people sleeping and they go, back to their creator. Everybody must go through sickness and disease before they leave this physical body. Now, the question is, what is added and what's missing? Because why do we have to get sick before we leave this planet Earth? We need to go back to the original. All right? And that's one thing that's very interesting for me. Okay? Can we do that again? Yes. And in fact, here, now this is kind of scary here. In 2000 to 2019, the main causes of death, all right, is 74% non-infectious disease. This is number one: heart disease, stroke, obstructive pulmonary disease, infections, neonatal conditions. Man, I don't know this. I'm not a medical doctor. But in other words, these are all plain and simple blockages. Heart disease is a blockage of heart. Stroke is a blockage of nerves and vessels inside the body where blood can flow and oxygen. This is all blockages, and cells are weak and sick. Now, this is not me who said it. This is the World Health Organization. Something is going on in our modern times. Why people are dying because of disease, and the main cause is blockages. Now, Hippocrates mentioned this 25 centuries ago. He said how heat can turn your immune system on. There was no modern way of healing the body, but he understood the science of heating the body. If we can warm up the body, no need for surgery, by the way, and he specifically mentioned if you can warm the bones, warm the bones, then all diseases can be treated. All diseases can be treated. How do you warm and heat the bones, Hippocrates? Well, now if you coin it together, it makes sense that Albert Einstein mentioned this 100 years ago. He said future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. Oh, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Yeah, if you want to go back to the ancient way of born and then you age, you die, you got to go back to the original way of how God created all these things, right? It's all about frequencies and energy. And in fact, this is no longer a pseudoscience. This is no longer just, they say this is a new age or stuff like that. No, people are using energy healing techniques, vibrational frequency. We have Reiki, we have Qigong, we have Pranic. Now, if you're not open enough to know about this, you might judge this, but you're missing the opportunity to heal your body, because a lot of us are actually using this. There's laying of hands. In laying of hands in the spiritual method, it's the power of God or the spirit that heals the body. But if you look at it in science, that is frequency, right? All right. We have crystal healing, we have quantum healing, and all these things. We are still really learning the very foundation of healing the body using waves and vibrational frequency. And now, guys, we have the most advanced, I would say. This is not me who said this. These are practitioners. These are scientists and doctors that said that the most advanced device in the world today, all right, in terms of energy and frequency healing, is the IteraCare. We have the 3-in-1 core technology. We have the Terahertz, all right, that resonates with our cells. More of that later on my next slide. We have the Quantum. Quantum generates scalar energy, and scalar energy is a healing energy. It increases the energy field around it. So once you switch it on, all right, I have my premium here. Once you switch it on, there is this energy field that whatever is touched within that energy field, it produces, it amplifies whatever that is around it, So whatever that passes through that object through quantum entanglement, right? Kind of high and tech there, Nathan. What are you saying? Well, anyways, this is an amplifier. And we have optical quartz, another amplifier of frequency that is generated at the nozzle of this device. This is made of hundreds of exclusive ingredients. The optical quartz, this is molded reaching almost 2000 degrees. And what happens is this atoms, all right, and molecules in that begins to vibrate and generate powerful energy. It mimics 1/40th of the sunlight's energy, and it strengthens the aura fields in our physical body. Now, this IteraCare is used in hospitals. All right, you see this old man here, he's unable to speak for 2-3 years, and after 30 minutes of blowing this on his spine, all right, the wife was teary-eyed, started to cry because she couldn't believe it that her husband started to talk. Even the nurses. This is also used for the horses. This is my famous fish, Lazarus, our goldfish, supposed to die. He was swimming upside down, overfed, and my little boy said, "Dad, my goldfish is dying." I said, "Bring it here, all right, and let's start wanding on the water for 5 minutes." And guess what happened? Our goldfish got so active again and regenerated. All right, that's so active. So my children say, let's call our fish Lazarus. So if Lazarus is alive, it's also used for cats, pets, dogs. Okay, this is also used to charge your water. We'll talk more about that later on. This is also used in acupressure point therapy clinic. This is Dr. Chris Teo. This is in Malaysia. And you know what? Volumes of people are visiting his clinic because amazing results. He said, over 10 years of my practice, I've never seen such a device that accelerates the benefits and the results to my clients. And that's amazing. Okay, this is also used in therapy centers in China, therapy centers in India, and COVID therapy centers during the pandemic. So this is not some sort of new stuff, actually. All right, a lot of people don't know about this. That's why we're here to introduce this to the world. Now, what is terahertz technology? Yep. This is the topic. That's why it's called IteraCare, because we're going to talk about the grand slam, the highlight frequency in this device called terahertz. Now, in 2004, the US government named terahertz technology or frequency as one of the top 10 technologies that will change the future world. Big there. It's really big. It will change. It is a game changer. Now, where do you find this terahertz? Because most of us, if not all of us, have just heard this now. If you're a first timer, I bet this is your first time hearing terahertz. It was my first time when this was introduced to me last year. I said, what is terahertz? I started to do my research, and lo, this is in between microwave and infrared. Its frequency is between 2 to 17 terahertz, which is very good for human body. Its frequency vibrates with the same vibrational frequency with our cells, all right? You can see the vibrational range of 100 to 10 terahertz, wavelengths of 30 to 3,000 microns, meaning it can pass through materials like clothing, paper, plastic, and glass. This is called non-ionizing because it's very safe. Now, this was discovered in 1980s by the American scientists. It's very, very new, all right? And when they discovered this, they were really mind blown because it resonates. You know, when you talk about resonance, the perfect example is a wine glass. You know, when you pitch a wine glass, you see this in YouTube, right? So you see this in TV, you scream, you pitch it with the same frequency as the wine glass. And as this guy start to scream, all right, and like pitch that, okay, what happens to the wine glass? The wine glass shatters. That is resonance. When you match the same vibrational frequency of an object, now here it's our cells, there is what we call increased amplitude of frequency. The vibration begins to increase. Now what happens within our cells? Good cells begins to be recharged and protected. Bad cells, they will begin to get eliminated. They self-destruct. It's called imploding within the cells. For good cells, they resonate with good cells, activate the cells, and cells begin to function optimally. That is what we call resonance. That's why Japanese scientists call this light of life, because it's gonna light within you, lit something within you, and the Chinese scientists call this God's wave band. Now, how does IteraCare work? It's very, very important here. All right, there is heat that comes out in this device. We call this radiant heat. The heat passes through a coil, nichrome element. It creates a radiant and infrared heat. Now, there is this nozzle that is made of optical quartz, made of different hundreds of mineral ingredients, all right? When the terahertz, the infrared waves passes through this optical grade quartz tube, it excites the electrons. Whoa, this is big science here. And these electrons begins to what? Vibrate. All right. Now with terahertz technology, with the void of impurities, the optical quartz tube vibrates, generates more terahertz frequency with convection current that generates force, the radiant air from diffuse and the quartz tube, which is very good. And there's what we call transdermal delivery. When you point this towards the physical body or areas where there is discomfort, there is now a delivery of frequency directly to the skin. Now you have to understand this penetrates 20 to 30 centimeters. Wow, it's really, really deep, okay? And with the quantum field, it amplifies any energy signatures around it. So you have to understand, once you're wounding yourself, it's also very important that you stay positive. Don't complain, because the quantum field amplifies the energy signature. So if you're complaining, I don't like this is too hard for me, oh, I'm so bad, I'm so sick, yeah, it's gonna amplify that. So I suggest, because this device works in frequency, I suggest when you're wounding, you gotta say, thank you for my healing. Oh, my kidney is healing. My liver is healing. I am whole. I'm complete. I'm healed. I'm happy. I'm glad. It's going to amplify the signature. That's why some of them are using crystals. If you might notice, you see this in YouTube. Some of our users are using crystals. They point on crystal towards the water, towards the physical body, because any energy signature in the crystal will be amplified. Now, this is some sort of high-level science here, but this is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's look into this photo. This is called Kirlian photography. All right, an apple has more energy and light compared to a slice of meat. So if you're a meat eater, you know what I mean. It's not healthy to keep eating meat. You agree with me, right? Because in terms of frequency and energy, it has very less energy and frequency. It does not resonate with the body compared to an apple, compared to a tomato, fruits and vegetables. And this is what happens when you turn on the wand. When you turn on the IteraCare, it's going to accelerate, vibrate, excite the electrons, the cells in the body, causing your body to increase your aura. No wonder when you start blowing, it's going to light up your skin. There is a glowing effect. I've tried it every morning after I take a bath. I always blow it on my hair and on my skin, and I can see there is a glowing effect. That is what happens because of the frequency inside the device. Now, a very simple illustration here, how the terahertz and scalar energy help the cells. A normal cell, according to science, has 20 to 25 millivolts. That's the charge. Wow, amazing. Wow. And once a cell is weakened because of bad lifestyle, diet, stress, radiation, and all this acidity and toxicity, when it starts going down its voltage into 15 millivolts, that's where inflammation starts. So inflammation within that particular part of the body has a weak cell. Now, over time, again, through the years and months, it is exposed, it lowers and lowers its charge, it becomes bad cell, all right? That's why inflammation is a mother of disease, because from that stage, the introduction stage, once it begins to expand and grow, it becomes tumor, it becomes cancer, and that's where bad cells is. Cancer cells are abnormal cells, they're zombie cells, all right? 15 or 5 to 10 millivolts, very, very low voltage. Okay, now what happens? When they are exposed through terahertz energy, the bad cells implode. Because of resonance. And what happens to weak cells? They are recharged back to a healthy, normal state. That's what happens. So these are the two main functions of IteraCare. It's very smart and effective here. Again, because it resonates with good cells and it decimates or destroys the bad cells. Actively find and protect the good cells, and actively finds and eliminate the bad cells. These are the benefits. Okay, let's go number 1. Eliminating unhealthy cells, right? Do we have a lot of unhealthy cells? Of course, a lot of unhealthy cells. Every second of the day, all right, we have new cells, bad cells dying at the same time. Now, what happens with terahertz frequency, again, it resonates with healthy cells, but all these unhealthy, abnormal cells, because of resonance and vibration, they are absorbed and eliminated through implosion inside the cell. Activates inert cells, and that's number 2. What is activation of inert cells? These are dormant cells, all right? They're activated, all right, so they can be used inside the body. And number 3, this is what I really love, increases self-healing ability in the body. Do you agree with me that the best doctor is the body itself, right? Our body is designed to self-heal. And that is within our genes and DNA. It's printed there. The question is, are you giving what the body wants? The body needs nutrition. The body needs oxygen. The body needs proper circulation and all these components. If you feed what the body needs, the body will self-heal. And the problem is we're not giving what the body needs. We're giving what the body don't need. We just give what the taste buds need, all right? Our tongue. What does the tongue need? Tasty food, sugar food, right? All this carbohydrates and all these tasty treats, it tastes good. It's not always the taste, because the taste, something wrong with the taste. Not all tastes are healthy, right? Sweet is very tasty, but sugar is never healthy. It's always the problem because it accelerates, all right? The cancer and all these bad cells, right? And you know that sugar can make you bigger and fatter, correct? So it's not always the taste. Now, when we begin to understand as we're getting older and older, well, it's not about the taste. It's what my body needs. So if your body needs nutrition, even though you don't like broccoli, you gotta start eating broccoli. All right. Even though you don't like fruits and vegetables because you don't like the taste, well, you begin to start eating now because it's not the taste. It's what you get from these vegetables and fruits. And also, even though you don't like blowing, all right, because it's gonna take your time, but because you understand IteraCare increases the self-healing ability, now you're gonna start blowing. You're gonna give it time, 5, 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, because it strengthens the healing ability inside our body. And number 4, it clears meridian and lymph points. You know what I mean? This is acupuncture points, acupressure points. Once you start blowing there, it clears. This is called opening of the blockages, all right? Increases metabolism and the flow of blood, improves microcirculation. What is microcirculation? These are tiny vessels. Where do you find that? You can find it in your brain, in your eyes, in parts of your body where pills cannot reach and chemicals cannot reach. Now, the good news is this IteraCare can penetrate. When you blow it on your head, it's going to go past through the back of your head. So every tiny vessels and nerves inside your brain will start to respond. There is dilation of blood vessels and proper flow of your blood. Amazing. So it's really good for the brain. It regulates the glands, all right? This is what we call balancing your hormones for the glands, which is part of your immune system. Removes body humidity, excess fats. You know, these are water retention. You start blowing that, we got a lot of testimonies. And of course, number 8, the blood circulation. It cleanses the blood impurities inside the body, promotes circulation, soften blood vessels. That's why you will feel good, because circulation begins to improve once you're using this device. Now, this device is very easy to use, 100% safe, so easy, no professional skills or knowledge required, non-invasive, by the way. For those of you who don't like to be massaged and touch here and there, well, this is the perfect device for you. You just start using this. In fact, I have my own one here, and I put it on a, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a stand, all right? It's blowing on my back every time I'm doing a Zoom or I'm relaxing on my chair, all right? I have this one, and I have my own stand. You can use that. So it's easy. It's not a rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a rocket science. Wherever the discomfort is, switch it on and blow it there. Easy to use, user-friendly. Infants, newborn babies, and elderlies can use it. Now, people will always ask me, Nathan, I cannot reach my back. Or what can I do? Well, you can place it on the table. Make sure it does not fall. All right, put it on a pillow. Make sure you don't obstruct the opening and outlet, the inlet. Or you can ask your husband to blow it on your back. Ask your children. Or if you don't have, get a stand. You can always buy a stand, hair blower stand on eBay, Amazon, Lazada, Shopee here in the Philippines. And it's very cheap. Use it, blow it on your body. How many minutes? Well, minimum 5 minutes, 10, 13 minutes, 15 minutes, and go for 30 minutes. And if you're having a therapy, you can even go for 30 to an hour in a single day. All right? Now, we can guide you how to use that, because what we want you to experience is the healing, all right, that this device can help in your physical body. Now, blockage. Oh, everybody read this. Blockage is the main cause of body pain. Now, this is derived in the Chinese traditional medicine, the TCM, or the traditional Chinese medicine. They always say that if there is a blockage, that is equals pain, because blockage of blood or qi energy is a problem where there is a problem with circulation in the body, and it causes pain. We call this inflammation or lesion. Correct? You agree with me? All right? And we call this in medical inflammatory. Inflammation. All right? When there is inflammation in Chinese, it's very easy. It's a blockage. Now, how do we remove this blockage? Well, there's many ways. But good news to you guys, all these blockages that can create knee pain, joint stiffness, muscle crampness, arthritis, rheumatism, the IteraCare is certified 5-star against inflammation. Where did you get these numbers, Nathan? Because this is not some sort of hype or marketing. No, this was derived from 62 clinical tests done by the Beijing Institute of Science. They tested 62 people, and this is the result. It's so powerful against inflammation. These are the numbers right here. All right. Inflammation, 4,500. This is quantum value. Why is it quantum value? Because this is derived from energy, right? They tested the field and they have seen the energy increased, meaning the more the quantum value, the higher, the more effective that is in particular ailment in the body, like inflammation, 5-star. Comprehensive health, it's 4-star. Even for skin, 3-star, and so on and so forth. That's why this device is very effective against inflammation. And inflammation is the root cause of all diseases. Before it becomes a disease, it starts with inflammation. Any cancer starts with inflammation. That's why if you don't mind that inflammation that you have right now, you just keep, it's okay, I'm fine, your knee pain or probably the pain on your back, you're just not minding it. Who knows, one day when you start to have a checkup, then it's going to be too late. Once you have inflammation, start blowing it there, because IteraCare is the best against inflammation. Rhinitis, gynecological inflammation, prostatitis, gastritis, pharyngitis. Those of you who wake up in the morning, you start sneezing and all this flu and all that cold's coming out. This is very good for that. Aches and discomfort in the body. You got shoulder ache, and all this stuff like that. It's very powerful. Dysmenorrhea, sciatica, all these aches and discomfort in the body. Blockages, and again, blockages equals pain. All these meridian blockages, lymphatic, varicose veins, diabetes, and high blood pressure. This device is so powerful, and it's so great, ladies and gentlemen, for your skin. If you want to beautify your skin, you want to firm your skin, use this. If you have acne, blemishes, or you want to beautify your skin, ladies and gentlemen, start blowing this on your face. Now, again, how do you use it? We can guide you. This is very good for skin, and we have a lot of women using this. We have Jin Amber. All right, I showed her video a while ago. She's totally mind-blown. You can check her YouTube. She's a beauty expert, and she said this device is truly mind-blowing. We've got celebrities, lawyers, and doctors using this, all right, for their health and for the skin. Clearing blockages in the area of the body. Oh, look at this. This guy has a blockage. Again, blockage equals pain. The good thing about this device is it can detect if there is a blockage. Just like this guy, he has a blockage on his upper left side of his chest. And when this guy started blowing on that area, he begins to experience that pain. All right. Now, this is not being tortured. This is to show to you that the device can show you if there's a blockage. And when you start blowing, there is pain. What should I do, Nathan? Drink a lot of warm, charged water. This glass of water, we charge it. Okay, I charge it with the wand and make sure it's warm and start drinking of that. All right, drink a lot of that before the therapy and after the therapy and start blowing. Take it easy. Once the blockage is clear, there will be no more pain. Okay, now it activates the stem cells in the bone marrows. We have a lot of sleeping, hibernating stem cells, adult stem cells free in our bone marrows. This is what Hippocrates said. If there's a way to hit the bones, when you activate these dormant stem cells, blowing the IteraCare, wanding your spine, 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes on your spine. Again, it activates all these hibernating stem cells, and the brain will direct, all right? You go to the liver, you got to replace that old liver right there, the sick kidney right there, and it start to replace old kidneys and livers, all right? And organs in the body. One day, you keep blowing this every single day on your spine, you will have a brand new lung, a brand new kidney, brand new physical body. And this is what Hippocrates said, right? Heating the bones, and what Albert Einstein said, you heat the bones using frequency. Guys, we have decoded the secret to being young and healthy body using the IteraCare, right? This revolutionary device has passed through strict tests for safety, efficacy, and human clinical reports. We got all the tests, and it says patented. All right, we have direct access to our scientists and our manufacturer. In fact, we're the only one in the world that is appointed by the sham, the original, the authentic. The scientist has appointed us to be the only world distributor. So if you see any device in the internet, in Amazon, Lazada, eBay, they are called fakes. And we have tested them. We have tested them. There is no terahertz. It is a total waste of your money. Don't buy them. Because, why? The difference is we have done 6 years of research and development before we release this to the market. I can give you a guarantee that your device can work. and it is proven. So don't get the fakes one, the knockoffs, all right? Get the right one for your money and for your health, all right? This is also used to charge your water. Now remember, once you charge the water here, the water's frequency becomes a very low frequency. It has 7.8 hertz, very, very low, meaning it changes the molecular structure from a cluster, microcluster, to a linear chain, straight chain water molecules. When it's straight chain water molecules, it's directly entering into your body cells. All right, water channels into your body cells. This kind of water hydrates your body ultra fast. All right, it is more stable. It can neutralize the free radicals. So how do you charge? Just want your water 2, 3, 5 minutes. All right, a glass of water, you want it for at least 1 minute, and you will notice wonderful effect. And in fact, we have videos that showed you that even this guy who made a video here, and I want you to see that, he won the water. All right. So he's using plastic. You're not supposed to be using plastic, but he does not know. He used a plastic, but it doesn't matter. He just drank the water, used the plastic, and look at this, from clustered blood cells, from that state. And he won this for 30 seconds only, not even 1 minute. And you can see the effect. This is the blood picture actually, but look at this video here. He took a video. It's truly amazing because even the blood cells started to separate from, look at that. Look, from that state, it went into a wonderful state of fast and wonderful, right? Separated, more healthy. So this water molecule structure, which is linear, there's a lot of good benefits in your physical body. So drink this type of water. According to this water doctor, he said, don't drink any water that is not structured. How do you structure the water? Charge it with IteraCare. All right. Now, 1 hour of IteraCare therapy is equivalent to 10 times of acupuncture, 20 times of cupping, 30 times of gua sha, and 40 times of massage. Amazing. These are the benefits. When you heat the body, it boosts your immune system, increases your temperature to 1 degree using IteraCare. It can boost your immunity up to 5 times. Blood flow increases, metabolizes waste products, good for tissues, correct? Connective tissues in the body, relaxes your muscle fibers, joint stiffness, and it's a powerful painkiller. It can be used for your pets, even for your vegetables and fruits. And look at this little birdie here. I just love this video. Look at this birdie here. He's not even resisting. IteraCare is very loud. Huh? It's loud. Shh. But this birdie doesn't care about the noise. It was relaxing. The frequency relaxes the body of your pets. All right. Don't use your hair dryers anymore, because hair dryers is linked to acute insomnia, Alzheimer's, loss of hearing, chronic depression, cardiac problems, diabetes, and cancer. Why? Because of high levels of bad radiation. So use IteraCare to dry your hair. We don't recommend this for pregnant and menstruating, congenital heart disease, if you have objects in your body, particularly the eyes. All right, just to give you one story here. One of our friend, she does not know she has a lens implanted in her eyes, and she started blowing. The lens reacted with the terahertz and the heat. It started to expand. Now she's having a hard time looking because it affected her vision. And thank God we told her to charge the water, put it in a mist, and started blowing on her eyes. Now it's getting better again. But that's a good note, something we have to learn. Do not blow this on areas of the body, particularly the eyes, where you have implanted objects like lens, LASIK, surgery, like, pacemaker, because they expand. And once they expand, it's going to be a problem. That's how powerful this device is. If you have titanium, silicon, please don't blow it there. You got to skip that, bypass that. Blow it areas in your body where there's no object, okay? Not also good for open wounds and fractured bones. Now, for optimum results, refer to blowing guide manual. We have a manual. We can give it to you. Read that before you use a device. Don't use a device in a tub. Don't wet the device, okay? That's very important. Even the cable wires, you got to be mindful. Again, this is an appliance, all right? And you got to be very mindful. Now, these are testimonies. I'm going to be very quick. We've got paralyzed here. You can see this old lady had a stroke, right? Paralyzed for months, unable to move. And after 8 days of blowing, you can see she started to lift her both legs and started kicking in the air. We have here after the 53rd day, she said, I think I can start to walk. With the use of walker, she started walking. And guess what? Today, she's walking very normal and very powerful effect on her physical body. All right. We've got Bell's palsy and two more here. This lady, all right, let's go back there. This is Bell's palsy. All right, you can see after 8 days of therapy, you can see that this lady's twitching is gone. It's supposed to be a video and it's not moving. But anyways, there's another one here, two more. All right, this is after 2 weeks to a month. Look at the tumor. The lump has gone after blowing it for 2 weeks minimum to a month's time. That's amazing. We have also Alzheimer's disease. It's very powerful for people who are agitated. We have some, some problems in your brain waves. People have psychosis. People have ADHD, all these mental brain problems, brain fogging. Again, it helps calm the body because this frequency is good to relax the brain's frequency. It's also good for people who have rheumatism and arthritis. This lady used the IteraCare Pro, and after 15 minutes, it restored the circulation and movement of the muscles and tissue. Look at her eyes. She started to almost cry. She couldn't believe she can close her hands again after just blowing for 15 minutes. That's what's amazing here. We are paralyzed. I like this testimony because this guy is unable to walk. And the doctor said, we can amputate this leg. All right. Diabetes and a lot of problem. And after 5 days, you can see the difference from a dark leg. It becomes lighter. You can see the blood start to flow. Life begins to flow. Again, it activates the cells, resonates with the cells. And look at that. After 15 treatments, this guy started to walk. We have thyroid nodules. All right. You can see the lump size reduced after 10 therapies. This is Mike. Mike has a lot of problem, and 15 minutes of blowing this on Mike's hand, his right hand, he started to lift it up, starting at 80% higher because of the IteraCare's wonderful frequency. We have weight management. If you want to lose weight, you don't have to exercise, okay? This is good, but this is 2 months, 4 months, 20 days of therapy. You can see the results, amazing results. Now you have to focus. How many minutes, Nathan? Well, 10, 15 minutes, morning and before you sleep. You got to dedicate, commit, okay? Blow it there again. It removes toxins and excess fats and water retention. We've got wonderful testimonies all over the world, all right? Especially for skin. This device is so amazing, all right? You can see severe psoriasis after 2 months. Look at that. This little girl has severe psoriasis. And after 4 months of using the Pro, look at her baby skin is back. 3 years of skin disorder got better after 4 days. We have a scalp psoriasis and vitiligo. I never thought vitiligo is going to get better. But using the IteraCare Pro, look at that. It fares off the skin. Amazing. We've got instant result from aging in beauty salons. Look at that. Dark spots reduced after first therapy. Now, this is 30 minutes of blowing on the face. You can see wrinkles reduced, dark spot reduced. There is a glowing effect on the skin. This is what the optical tube, all right, the quartz, the 100 minerals, the electrons that excites, it increases the aura in the physical body, and it is obviously seen on the face. You can try this. You can try this. Do this. We've got a lot of amazing results on the skin. This is Miss Ida Patana. And I want you to read this. This is not just a sort of fury. This is an established science. There is a city data done by doctors and scientists that they're using terahertz for coronavirus infection. All right. This is in the data. All right. Let me go back to that. And they have seen wonderful results. That's why Ida Patana, after using the device for 40 minutes, blowing on her back and on her chest, She was able to breathe comfortably, and after a few minutes, she started to dance. It's amazing for people with pneumonia. This is not some sort of theory. This is established science, and a lot of peer reviews have done this to show to you that IteraCare device is good for people with coronavirus. Breast cancer. Now, I'm going to show you here. Now, this does not cure. We don't say it cures cancer, but we've got a lot of testimonies with people with cancer. And in fact, there is another research and science article that was done on June 2nd, 2020, reviewed by James Ive, all right? And he said that terahertz radiation may offer a potential treatment for cancer. So again, this is not some sort of theory. This is again a science that doctors, scientists are using terahertz for cancer. As you can see, this lady, after 22 days of using the device, 90% of the pain relieved and 30% of the lump reduced. I'm not saying it's going to cure cancer, but again, it's great for people who are in pain because of cancer. Try it. There is no harm. All right, use the IteraCare, blow it where the area is there's cancer, and start seeing good results. It's also very good for eye problem. Blow this directly on the eyes. Dr. K said close your eyes, allow the moisture inside the eyes to do its amazing wonders. Close your eyes. Don't use contact lens, by the way. Make sure you don't have any lens implanted in your eyes. No eyeglasses. Start blowing this. These are the good results. Improves the eyesight. Look at this, before and after. Glaucoma, look at that. Amazing case. All right, improved because of the IteraCare. We have red eye problem after 1 week of treatment. Look at that. It revives the eye muscles and tissues. This is what the device can do. We have kidney failure. Two guys here. We have Jayasuda, a 74-year-old man with dialysis 3 times in a week, and Uganda also from India, 2 to 3 times of dialysis. You can look at this creatinine level, guys. In 2 months time, 7.18, it went to 4.41. From 8.2 creatinine, it went to 2.8 using the IteraCare device. Now, this is drinking a lot of charged water. This is what IteraCare can do in the kidneys. Amazing. Osteoporosis, 93-year-old lady with severe osteoporosis, all right? She was bedridden after 2 months of therapy. You can see her. She's doing now her track cycling, all right? And that's what the IteraCare can do. So if you have your grandparents and parents, they're still alive, I always encourage and challenge you, give IteraCare as a gift to your parents. If they're still alive, give this IteraCare to your grandparents if they're still alive. Don't let them pay for it, please. Please give it to them, explain to them, like, let them use it. It will give them wonderful, amazing results for their health, because a lot of our old folks are having a lot of pain already. You don't know. All right, so give this gift to them. It will be amazing. No radiation. You can see we have all the test reports, certificate of conformity, and all of this showing that this device has no radiation, non-ionizing frequency. This is using the Pro, and as you can see, the Pro, once you switch it on, not even a flinch, not even a little movement. All right, no radiation at all. So now, how much is this device? Pricing depends per country. Now let's talk about the price in the US. It's $350 inclusive of shipping wherever you are in the US. All right, in Canada, $385. In the Philippines, $320 plus 500 pesos for shipping all over the Philippines. Each country has different pricing again because of duties and taxes. In UK, $420. In Europe, $499. All right, so talk to the person that invited you. We have a phenomenal growth. I'm very proud of Prive International. In a year's time, we have 9 country branches, 20 country stockists, 17 US state stockists within 8 months of doing this business. Look at all of these branches and country US state stockists in just a year's time. I mean, 8 months time. Will be 1 year next month, by the way. Ha! Amazing. This is what this device can do. This device has a mouth. It speaks on its own. All right. Blow this on these meridian points. Once you receive your device, you can see all these switches here, the selectors here. We have that. We have a manual so you can follow. All right. And we have different devices and different products. The Wonder Flask will soon be released in a matter of month. Okay. Ion Shield is here. And we have the Pro, the Premium, and the Classic. More of that later on. Now, this is our goal. One IteraCare device per household, bringing life to every home. You can follow my FB page, Terahertz Therapy and Quantum Technology. I've got a lot of good contents there. Follow that. All right. If you're here for the very first time, again, go back to the sponsor, to the person that invited you here today. We got a lot of users. I'm going to skip that. And all right, before we go to